What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back after the game, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the update that's going to be coming here in less than 24 hours, featuring the new raid boss, KALIYA. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, you all are in for a treat, because I found an amazing content creator by the name of Storyteller about 2 months ago when I started playing this game that has been providing a wide variety of content for the Summoners War community on the Korean server, and he's actually showcased a little bit of the gameplay from this raid boss here about 4 weeks ago. So keep in mind, fam, we're going to be talking about this raid boss and some of the things that CompTOS has provided us in this particular update here. But just keep in mind that this is subject to change, because they could have made a couple of updates since the video has released here. So let's go ahead and get into what we're talking about right now. Again, we're going to talk about this particular boss here, and then we're going to showcase some gameplay from Storyteller that he provided for us here. So first and foremost here, this raid boss is all about the harmful effects. It's all about the bleed. It's all about the poison. And this raid boss can also steal your beneficial effects, as well as take its debuffs and transfer it onto you. So this is outrageously disgusting here if you don't have any kind of protection. But the thing of it is that you can't utilize the standard protection you normally use because of the fact that they can steal the buffs here. So you don't want to bring in Wusu, you don't want to bring in Bastet. You're looking to bring healers that can provide the cleanse and get rid of those debuffs here, but doesn't provide any buffs for KALIYA to go ahead and steal. So we're looking at the Lulus, we're looking at the Shushu. We're definitely looking at Annabelles if you're lucky enough to get them, or you purchased them in the last, pass or whatnot here. In addition to that, if you're lucky enough to have Gino, that's going to be a fantastic unit as well. Those are going to be the main ones here. Some of them free to play, some of them pay to win. But again, very, very good units. The good thing about it is anybody and everybody can do this raid boss here, because there's some good free to play units that you've already had built from like Naraka and stuff like that here that you can utilize as well. One of the stages in the specific bosses has this mechanic called Viper's Nest, where basically little snakes come from the middle of her and just kind of go all over the playing field, so to speak here. And your goal is to go ahead and dodge them. If you get hit with a certain amount of them, I believe that it turns into this death dance, and it does it, like I said before here, this irresistible, powerful attack that basically is, so it's almost like a wipe, basically, from what I understand. So another thing that KALIYA got going on here is an ability that petrifies the surrounding target. So it's going to petrify a certain amount of targets here, and they're going to be not able to attack here, right? But the cool thing about it is that in her mechanic, she's actually going to go for these units here and do damage on it. But as ironic as it sounds, the units that you have in there do less damage depending upon how many units are in play here. So if you got 3 petrified targets hit, and those 3 petrified targets take the hit, they're going to be taking a lot more hit versus you and your party being all up in there and it kind of absorbing the damage here. So again, it's going to be very, very important to understand this particular mechanic, because you're going to be taking a little bit of damage. You want to make sure that your heals are ready to go. Okay, so again, between that and some abilities here that they have with regards to fixed damage that's going to be coming into play, you're going to notice here that his team, his party, Storyteller's party here, is very, very cognizant of like when these skills are going to be dropping here, because right when they drop, the heals are going to be coming in, because again, it's a fixed amount of damage, regardless of what amount of heal, HP, defense, whatever you have here. It's a crazy amount. It's a crazy amount here. So again, I want to give a huge shout out here to Storyteller for providing this content. And again, fam, I'm going to leave his link in the description down below so that we can, get him some more subs as well here. So this is super cool, because he's one of the few content creators out there that provides content for the community. Even though he is a Korean Summoners War player, he actually speaks English fairly well. So if you guys are one of those people that kind of want to watch the content and want to understand what's going on here, but are concerned about not being able to understand what it is, don't worry about it. He can provide it. He is providing English speaking content here, and he also provides subtitles there for you if you want that help as well. So again, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is KALIYA, the raid boss here. They're going to be just starting off, as always, just kind of going for it. And take note that his specific team has the Juno, has the Lulu in there, but also has Segmented there to strip those beneficial effects, but more importantly has Kroa. Now, Kroa is going to be a little bit different, because yes, it provides the beneficial effects, but the beneficial effects that it provides is not going to be detrimental to the specific boss here. Again, we want to stay away from the immunity, the heal over time, the heal breaks, debuffs. We want to stay away from the attack buffs, anything and everything that can keep this one alive or do more damage. Here we are for the first round of Viper Dances. Those are the little snakes that we're trying to avoid. Take note that Storyteller does have his units on the whistle, and it looks like, from what I've seen in the previous matches here, is that it does not come off the whistles as well. And again, this is kind of standard, guys, when we're doing raid bosses here. For the most part, outside of White Castle that we saw, a few months ago, this is one of those ones where you're going to be dancing around left and right here. You definitely don't want to stray away from being in the position to where you can move your units out of harm's way. So yeah, for right now, everything's all good. Again, they brought in some units here that can provide attack breaks, speed breaks and whatnot. This particular AoE, we're going to be seeing that quite a bit here. An AoE that kind of starts in the middle and then expands its way out. So it's going to be kind of one of those AoEs that we've seen in other content, most notably Seal, where they expand, they do some, inner circle damage, and then you got to be right there on the line to kind of jump over it because he's going to be doing more damage here, right away. So again, I think this is a 15-minute timer, just like every other damage here. And you will notice that even though we're 2 minutes in, he's only got the unit down 20%. So this is going to be a long fight. Definitely buckle up, fam. Get comfortable. Hope you got yourself a drink and a beverage and relaxing. This is going to take you guys some time. So take note there. That was another AoE that came into play where it was some fixated damage here. And it looks like KALIYA using a forbidden spell that provides a permanent debuff here that provides that petrification. And notice that his teammates go in the middle here to take the damage. They want to absorb it here, so they take less damage overall. So right when the damage comes into play, the heal is in. They don't waste any time. And now she is in full snake mode here. But take note, fam, they are not attacking the snake because the overall mitigation of this one, according to Storyteller, is going to be like this one mitigates 80% damage. So the pros, the cons kind of outweigh the pros in this spot where yes, you could do some damage on it, but you're just not going to get a whole lot of damage. You might as well just avoid here and kind of go on into the next phase here. So they're back in the mix, getting into that OEE, staying away, and then right when it goes off, going right back in the mix. They want to avoid it because as you guys see, the radius of that specific AoE, it literally covers the playing field. So there's no way to avoid it. If you actually try to get away from it here, it looks like there's not going to be enough room for you to completely avoid it here, according to this kind of angle I'm seeing here. But it seems really, really easy to go ahead and kind of, dodge and whatnot here. Shouldn't be an issue here. So the next stage that they got going on here is these 3 doors, which KALIYA is going to be coming out here. So if you see KALIYA, like you see on the left side here, you want to go ahead and get as far away from her as possible because the AoE is going to be coming in, and I'm guessing that AoE does massive amounts of damage here. Obviously, these guys are pros. They're not going to be taking any damage. And if I recall correctly, it is 3 times that she does it. 3, if not 4. It looks like it was 3 times here, and they're going to be jumping right back in there to do a little bit more damage as well. So far, so good. Nothing crazy here. Again, take note that there's not really a whole lot going on outside of a couple of maneuverability here. The Viper Dance once again coming into play, but now it's at a little bit lower health. So now we got some venomous pools of blood or whatever they want to call it on the end there that you have to avoid, in addition to avoiding the snakes as well. So they're very, very good at dodging those, and I believe it's like 3 times. If it hits you 3 times, that is not a good thing. So keep that in mind, fam. If you hit it once, it's not going to be a big deal, but you will be taking a lot of damage if you get hit quite a bit as well. So again, that AoE that you just saw once more is a fixated amount of damage, 65% to be exact. So you have to have your healer ready. This is definitely one that you don't want to miss out on. You got to pay attention to that one. So yeah, back in the mix here. Looks like she's going to go back in the shrines. 3 doors here. Which one is it going to be? Looks like no big deal. They avoid it. And now they're going to be waiting for her to do it once again. So, he almost got himself in trouble there. Didn't even see him on the very end there. So that was 2. And it looks like this time around it was only 2 times here. And now she's coming back in the middle. So, yeah, overall not too bad. Again, utilizing Crow just to get some additional damage over time here. It's obviously not good to drastically improve the damage because we don't got any beneficial effects like attack buff and whatnot here. But I think the biggest thing to focus on is the fact that they're mitigating a ton of damage because of the fact that they got that maxed out attack break here, which is going to be crucial to this strategy. So take note as well. They are rocking 3. What is it, Cleaves here? So I'm guessing Water Cleave is going to be super OP on that. I'm curious to see, what other summoners do as well. But I would imagine that if this particular one is not strong to Earth should be good. Oh, you know what though? I think they were talking about, it was like something about not creating the whatnot here, if I recall correctly. Again, if you guys want to see the full video on Storyteller, feel free to check the link in the description down below, watch it. But there was a reason why they wanted the elemental disadvantage on this one here. but I believe she is Earth. I believe she is Earth. So yeah, for me personally, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going with the Earth one on Orbia. The attack break, the defense break would help. Braining is fine, but you know it may get a little crazy for us if she passes those defense breaks and brainings onto you as well. So you got to be very, very on point when it comes to those cleansing here. Overall, though, everything looks pretty good. Everything looks pretty good. Some big, big damage coming in from KALIYA. And once again, fam, that is fixed damage. Take note that they had a maxed amount of attack break at the time that damage was dealt here, and it still did a ton of damage to them. And these are people that have over 460k combat power. Obviously, they have amazing runes, amazing gear on their summoners here. And despite the fact that it happens, they're still taking a crazy amount of damage in this particular situation here. So in this situation, though, it's kind of interesting. Even though it looks like the Viper dance is going to be coming out, the pools came out, but no snakes. But they're still working it down here. So interestingly enough, they weren't really trying to avoid these last couple of ones here. It looks like they're just kind of fed up and going for it. But overall, it looks like they're doing a fantastic job. Obviously, they're pros at this. They've been doing this for a hot minute here, and have kind of basically been able to show us that it's not as bad as it seems, despite the term paper of information that the in-game has provided. Once again, if you guys are watching this on January 5th, this is 24 hours until the buff drops. And again, full disclaimer, this is the version of KALIYA on the Korean server that was put on here 4 weeks ago. So this is subject to change. They might have made a couple of adjustments since this particular video here. So take note that just don't take everything for granted. Take it with a grain of salt, I guess, basically here. There could have been a couple of adjustments. So again, I want to give a shout out to the man, the myth, the legend over there, Storytellers, for providing some amazing content for the community here. You can tell by his face right now that he's a little down and out here, that if after all the work that he just spent trying to clear this boss, he literally gets a purple and rip the dream here. But again, fam, as you guys know, this is a specific special dungeon, which we're going to be able to get, specific coins as he's collected already. So we got some materials for future blacksmithing. We got some material to possibly buy some weapons in there. So it's definitely going to be worth your time. Keep on working on your summoners, and yeah, you'll be able to do this dungeon in no time at all. So once again, fam, do me a favor, show your support. Check out Storytellers, link in the description down below if you want to see the full video, as well as subscribe to his channel, and I would greatly appreciate it, okay? That's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish and ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next one. I'm out.